Welcome here to Spanish Fork. A little bit slow getting going here, but we do have a batter up to play. This is the game between Juan Diego and the Juan Diego Eagle and Manti at bat. That's a hit by the leadoff batter, Madison Scottern. And the game we did before, she got up 4 times and she got on 4 times. And here right off the bat in 2 pitches, she's on with a single. So what a great leadoff batter is Madison Scottern. People from Fillmore will be bad about that because she is a Fillmore Scottern descendant. Yet there she is at Manti doing a great job for Manti High School. I guess the good thing there is you keep it MHS. It's just a different color of MHS. So first pitch to Olson is a ball. We'll try and set the defenses here for you in just a minute when we get a second here. Pitching for bunt is laid down perfectly, moves the Scottern to second base. They will get Olson at first base, so it goes from third base to first, but it is a sacrifice as she moves the runner 1 out here in the first inning with Olivia Osborne coming to bat. Olivia Osborne here in this first at bat, batting from the left-hand side. Pitch is a bit of a change up inside. Strike 1 is the call. Again, defensively for Juan Diego, you got Sienna Wood is the pitcher to Sarah Fiore. This is a bouncer up the middle, and they're going to beat the runner out. It was a slow roller, a bouncer up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, but unable to make the play. A left-handed batter getting that kind of a bounce on the ball easily gets to first base, so it's an infield single, and it moves Scottern to third base now with Haley Daniels coming to the plate, the cleanup hitter, also the pitcher. And she'll come in to bat here with 1 out and runners in scoring position here. And on the first pitch, they will throw down, but it's cut off shortstop. They run the old cutoff play, so the runner is able to steal second base easily. And they try to decoy the runner at third into going and breaking and cut the ball off short and make the throw at home to beat it. Now runners in scoring position pop up just into it's going to be into center field. The catch is made, didn't know what to do with it, finally throws it to the pitcher, but Scottern easily scores. And so it looked like the left center fielder wasn't quite sure what to do with the ball, wasn't sure what the play was, but she wasn't going to get Scottern anyway. So it's a fly out to Daniels, but she does get the RBI, scores the run. So the second out with a sacrifice and an RBI. Pitch now to Robbie Johnson. And it's just off the bat, she designated player Johnson. And she gets a strike, swinging strike, foul tipped. And she will get another chance here. Again, more for Juan Diego. Olivia Jukes at first base. Mads Cruz at second base. Pitches inside ball. Shea Johnson, shortstop. Ellie Palmer at third base. Ari Hernandez in left field. Liv Cedillo in center field. And Kate Griffiths in right field is their defensive set here for Juan Diego. Ball is hit down slowly to third base. Up with the throw and across is Palmer to Jukes, and that's the third out. So 5-3 is the way you score that. Third out of the inning. And so after 1, we've got 1-0 in favor of Manti. And that's after 1/2 of 1. We'll be right back.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex. Again, 3A action here today. You're watching state championship softball action on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom, in partnership with KSL Sports. We have a bunch of sponsors we'll try to get to here and read for you. We appreciate all of them. It is the bottom half of the first. Juan Diego comes to the plate, and they will lead out with Shay Johnson, the shortstop. And she takes a ball on the first pitch. Pitching for Manti, Haley Daniels, and Riley Miller behind the plate. It's been a good duo in the games that I've seen thus far with those two. Complement each other very well. A late call strike on that one. 1-1 the count. Defensively for Manti, as we mentioned, Haley Daniels in the circle, Riley Miller behind the plate, Adeline Anderson at first. A swinging slap bunt attempt. Third base comes down the line and makes the play. Nicely done. Olivia Osborne makes that play. So an F5 for the first out. It'll bring Kate Griffiths to the batter's box. Griffiths is the right fielder at this point in time, batting number 2. More for Manti. Madison Scottern at second base. Madison Scottern at shortstop. Elsie Olsen second base. Turns to bunt, pulls it back, pitches down the middle. There's finally a call. And that will be one strike. Finishing up for Manti here in just a second defensively. Swing, strike 2 to Griffiths. And Cecily Alter in left field, Mara Thompson in center field, and Ashley Johnson is in right field. That is the Manti defense, and they are up again in the bottom of the first inning. They're up 1-0, and looks like a pretty good pitch. They do tag her, and she didn't like the way she was tagged. Turns and has a few words with the catcher, Riley Miller, after she tagged her in the back and kind of pushed her a little bit, making sure the umpire got it. But it's a strikeout. We still got some of the games going on from the last go-around over here, and a lot of action going. You can maybe hear that in the background. Strike 1 to the batter, Sarah Fiore, and that'll be strike 1 to her, and Olivia Jukes is on deck. Pitch comes outside corner, tries to frame it, does Riley Miller. And there's the late call, strike 2. This umpire, I'm not questioning his calls, but he has a very late call. And really kind of takes his time getting that strike call in there. Ball is hit and dribbled to the pitcher. Pitcher goes to first place. Nice job, Haley Daniels to Endlin Anderson. So 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the first for Juan Diego as they go down in order. And we'll be back with the start of the second inning here in just a moment.
This is how legends
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fort Complex. We start the second inning now as Manti comes to bat. Another game to pass on to you. Just ended over there, I think, in extra innings. Union, fell to Providence Hall. And I had that wrong to the scorekeeper here. We thought it was Emory losing, but it was Union losing in a close one to Providence Hall. So Providence Hall moves forward, and they'll be playing Emory right now in the game that will be parallel this ball game. First pitch here in the second inning, the batter is Cecily Alder, and she takes a ball. And again, I don't mean to be critical. I hesitated there because I wasn't sure if the strike was going to be called. He has a very deliberate strike call and delayed, so it makes it tough sometimes. That one's a ball, though. I can see that one. So 2-ball, no strike here to the batter, Cecily Alder. Adeline Anderson, the first baseman, will be up after and on deck, and Ashley Johnson, the right fielder, will be in the hole. Swinging, the ball dribbles. Runner didn't know whether to run or not. She finally took off. Third baseman just sat there and watched till it rolled foul. She wasn't too worried about it. However, with the reaction of the batter, if she had waited or had gone after the ball, the batter had didn't know whether to run or not. She's acting like maybe that ball hit her. Or maybe she twisted an ankle, but she's come back. She tests the ankle. She takes the practice swing, and she'll go back to work here with a 2-1 count. Nobody out. First batter of the second inning here. That ball's high and outside. Ball. 3-1 the count. Pitch is inside. Ball 4. So Alder will go to first base on a base on balls. Good bat control. Good patience there. And it'll bring up Adeline Anderson, the first baseman, to the bat. Ashley Johnson, the right fielder, is on deck. And following her will be Mara Thompson, the center fielder. Floats one in there, does the pitcher Sienna Wood. I believe it was a ball call. The next pitch by Wood. Looks to be a little low. Ball 2. So Wood comes set, brings it, swing and a miss. Nice change up there. Just floated that thing in. And Adeline Anderson now with the 2-1 count against her. Or in her favor, really. 2-1 count. Next pitch, swing popped up, foul over the fence, into the other stands over there, and it'll be a 2-2 count now to Adeline Anderson. Again, for Juan Diego, it's Olivia Jukes at first, Mads Cruz at second, Ellie Palmer at third, and Shay Johnson at shortstop. Oh, a half swing and a miss, strikeout to Adeline Anderson. Got fooled on that pitch completely. And she goes down as the first out. Ashley Johnson will come to the plate now. The right fielder, number 24, Ashley Johnson. Continuing for Juan Diego, Sierra Wood is the pitcher, and Sarah Fiore the catcher, with Eric Hernandez, Liv Cedillo, and Kate Griffiths in the outfield. Woods brings it inside, ball 1. Some of our sponsors today, Rocky Mountain Chevy Dealers, the Utah Community Credit Union, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, and Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. Pitch is a ball. So 2-0 the count. Finishing up, Sunrise Engineering, Sam Pete Steel in Moroni, Beaver Valley Hospital. Quick throw down to first base, not in time. Ball 3 to the batter, Ashley Johnson. Nephi Federal Credit Union, Beaver Medical Clinic, Barney Trucking, Honey's Marketplace in Kanab, and Jones in the Mill Engineering as some of our sponsors for these programs today. Pass, ball 4. Okay, so we have a walk given up to Cecily Alder. Now she'll move to second as Ashley Johnson takes a walk and goes to first. And it will bring Mara Thompson to the plate. And Madison Scottern on deck. And I don't think they want to get to Madison Scottern because she has been almost unstoppable. Pitch is going to be a little high. Ball one. So ball one. Pitch. Turns down, lays down a bunt. It's nice. It's short. Pitcher has a chance, but no chance. Even if she has picked that up, I don't think she had a chance down first. That was the perfect bunt. It was left far enough. The catcher couldn't get to it, but close enough. Third couldn't get to it, and the pitcher had to try and field it, and that was too far also. So a beautiful bunt by Mara Thompson. Goes down kind of as a single. It loads the bases, folks, with one away, and Madison Scottern, if ever there was a time for her to get one of her singles, now would be it. Oh, she gets maybe more of a single here. Clear over the right fielder's head to the fence, off the fence. And it'll score 1 run, score 2 runs. Runners move up. So there we are with Madison Scottern once again with a stand-up double. And she moves 2 runners in. She'll score Cecily Alder, and she'll also score Ashley Johnson. And then Mara Thompson will move to third. What a deal for Madison Scottern, with 2 RBIs, and continues to hit everything that comes at her. Now a ball is going to be popped up on the infield. Shortstop's calling for it, steps over and takes it. So that's the second out of the inning off Elsie Olsen. The fly out to the shortstop for the second out, and it'll bring Olivia Osborne now to the plate. Olivia Osborne in her first at-bat singled and then stole a base to second where she was left at the end of the inning, but she has been hitting the ball well too. So Olivia Osborne at the plate. Pitch is going to be outside. No, strike one, just like I thought it was. So strike one is the call. Haley Daniels is on deck, and Robbie Johnson in the hole. Ball is fouled straight back. Strike 2. 0-2 the count now to Olivia Osborne. In the other 3A game that will be going on now, it'll be South Summit and Juab will be starting quickly. Inside ball. We do have 2A going on also on the other 2 fields. And right now I believe it's Millard and Milford playing on one field, and I have to check on the other. Ball is hit to second base hard. Pumped with it, throw to first, that's the out, and that'll kill the inning, but not before Manti gets 2 more. As we go 4-3 for the third out, and leaves a couple of runners on base, but a productive inning for Manti. So they're up 3-0, as we go to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability.
Welcome back here. We have at the plate Olivia Jukes, Liv Jukes. She'll be followed by Liv Cedillo. Jukes is the first baseman and Cedillo the center fielder. Swinging strike there by Jukes. 1-1 is the count. The other 2A game going on currently is North Sevier and Beaver on the far field, and Milford and Millard on the near field. And then, of course, the 2 3A ball games going on here also. So, 2-1 the count here to the batter. The dead ball. Struck ball hits her. And so 2-2 the count now to Jukes. That was going to be a little bit low. So 3-2, full count. We go. Pitch is going to be a little bit high from Haley Daniels, and it'll put the runner on. And so first runner of the ball game for the Juan Diego. Juan Diego Soaring Eagle now with a runner on base. I think that's going to be called strike. Yes, it was. So strike one to the batter, which is Liv Cedillo. Swing and strike. Strike two. That one's easier for me to call. Swing and strike, strike three. Number 5, Cedillo, goes down. She's just a freshman with a .348 batting average, but she goes down on strikes here for the first out of this second inning. Bottom of 2, bringing to the plate is Sienna Wood. And the pitcher pitches outside, ball one. Wood is the pitcher, as we mentioned, and just a sophomore, so it looks like a young team here for Juan Diego. Another ball inside and low. 2 balls. Wood has a .370 batting average with no home runs, a couple of doubles, but no home runs. Pop up on the infield, ranging over second base, is going to take it. You had the shortstop calling for it. I was afraid there's going to be a collision, but second base sticks in front and take. As long as the ball is caught, I think a coach is going to say, okay, that was all right, but do a better job of communicating next time. Yeah, don't. Good job. So, second out of the inning, Ari Hernandez now comes to the plate. Hernandez is also a sophomore. In fact, as I look at their roster, they only have a couple of seniors on the squad, so this is a team of the future. She has a .400 batting average right now, 3 triples and 3 doubles on the year. No home runs yet, but she takes a strike there, swinging strike. She's batting number 7 in the lineup. Ellie Palmer is set to come next. Hernandez is the left fielder. A little bit up and out on that ball. So 1-1 the count. Very deliberate at the plate. Takes her routine. Now steps in. Foul ball straight back. It'll be strike again, but it'll remain. Well, it'll go 1-2 now. 1-2 the count. Ball on the called strike. Strike 3. So that's the end of the second inning. They do get a runner on by way of a walk as Olivia Jukes gets a walk but never gets to progress beyond that as the next 3 batters go down in order. So after 2 complete, it's 3-0 in favor of the Manti Lady Templars. We'll be right back.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Welcome back here as we start now the third inning with Manti at bat. Ball hit sharply down the line, but just goes foul. This is Haley Daniels is batting now. She's the number 4 hitter leading off the third inning here. She flew out to the center fielder deep in the first inning. Just about made some great things happen there, but it was a fly out. Turns out to be a sacrifice as she was able to move runners around and score a run. This time hits it sharp to the third base, but third baseman right there for it. Ellie Palmer just grabs that thing. Sharp hit ball right down to her. And that'll be the first out there as Haley Daniels just a little bit out in front of that and did not get full contact on it. And able to be caught there at third base. So first out of the inning. Robbie Johnson now comes to the plate as a designated player. That pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Going to go out on a limb and call that one. Low and inside, ball 1. Cecily Alder will be on deck and Endlin Anderson in the hole. So that's where we'll go to this point. Ball is going to be hit just over the second baseman's glove into right field, right center field, and for a single, nicely done there by Robbie Johnson for her first hit of the ball game. Puts a runner at first base with Cecily Alder, the left fielder coming to bat. Cecily Alder. She's been up once. She got a base on balls and eventually got around and scored in that first inning. So Cecily Alder. See what she can do here. And at the plate is Endlin Anderson. Am I ahead of myself? I'm ahead of myself. This is Cecily Alder at the plate. Okay. And she did take a base on balls and scored last inning. So that part was correct. I guess that's a ball, no call yet. So a ball to Cecily Alder. 2 balls now. Alder will step back in against Wood. Sienna Wood. Ball is hit high and deep into right center field. Center field settles under it, catches, makes the throw back into second base, holds the runner. So Cecily Alder flies out to center field, and the runner stays put. So that's 2 outs in the inning. And it brings up Endlin Anderson, who struck out her first attempt in the second inning. She comes to bat here with a runner at first base and 2 away. Going to be pop up down second base side. Second baseman settles under it, and that's a fly. So that quick inning there for Manti as they flies out to second base for the third out does Endlin Anderson. So 1 left on base. The hit by Robbie Johnson, but no, did nothing out of it. And so we end the top half of the third, remaining the score 3-0. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sam P. Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sampetesteel.com.
Welcome back here as we get ready for the bottom of the third inning with Juan Diego at bat. The Soaring Eagle has had only one base runner thus far in the ball game, as Manti has been able to kind of hold them back. But we mentioned again, a very young team here. I count only a couple of seniors on the team. So this is the team of the future for the Juan Diego Soaring Eagle. At bat is Ellie Palmer, number 28. And there's a strike call. Okay, 1-1 is the call to the batter, Ellie Palmer. And we'll see where it goes from here. Ellie Palmer, another ball called on her. She is just a freshman in playing this third base side, a freshman with a .326 batting average. And a little bit of pop to her, 4 triples and a double. No home runs as of yet. And that's the third ball. 3-1 now the count to Ellie Palmer. Mads Cruz, the second baseman, is on deck. Sharply hit to the shortstop. Scottern up with it, cross the diamond. Bad throw in the dirt. Goes into the backstop. And so Scottern not able to make that play. And the error allows. He's 6 on that one. Allows. She's been so sterling with her bat. It's just you expect to make every play, and occasionally they don't. Rushed that throw, went wide, leaves Ellie Palmer at first base, brings Mads Cruz now to the batter's box with Shea Johnson on deck. Pitches outside, ball 1. Again, only the second base runner for Juan Diego is Ellie Palmer there off the air on first base. Pitches inside low, nice dig there, nice dig by Riley Miller. Making sure that ball didn't get to the backstop and allow the runner to advance to second base. So doing a sterling job back in behind there. Mads Cruz now with a 2-0 count. 3-0 count now, I believe. Yep, 3-0. As for a moment here, Haley Daniels is kind of struggling to find that plate. She was on the rocks with Palmer before she got the hit, and now with Cruz. Hit to third base in between third and shortstop, The third baseman missed it, and Scottern knocked it down at least to save extra bases. She knocked it down, but that's it moves Palmer to second, Cruz at first, and Shea Johnson comes to bat. She flew out to the third baseman the first at bat, left-handed batter. Slaps it to third, step on the bag. She does that, cross to first, nope, holds on to it. Wise. Didn't have time to get it there. So a nice play at third base there by Olivia Osborne as she gets the play at third. That's 5 unassisted at first. But it does move Mads Cruz to second. And on the fielder's choice, then, we have Shea Johnson to first base on a fielder's choice. So 2 runners on, 2 down. Excuse me. Okay, we got 1 out in the inning. 2 balls on the batter. Kate Griffiths and Sarah Fiore on deck here. Griffiths is the right fielder. Strike is the call. So 2-1 the count now to Kate Griffiths. Again, runner in scoring position at second base is Ellie Palmer with Mads Cruz at first. Check that again. Mads Cruz is at second, and Shea Johnson is at first. Ellie Palmer was tagged out at third. So 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Griffiths. A big key strike out there by Haley Daniels for the second out of the inning. Brings Sarah Fiore to the plate, but more importantly gets that second out and then puts down a little bit of the fire in this inning. Fiore in the first at-bat was thrown out, dribbled at the pitcher, and was thrown out at first base. Ball one to Sarah Fiore, the number 3 hitter, also the catcher for Juan Diego. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And Juan Diego, really, if they wanted to, get a bigger lead there at second, because they're just playing pitch and catch on the battery here. And they're kind of not paying much attention to the lead that she's getting at second base. She could probably get to third when they throw it back to the pitcher if they're not more diligent in what they're doing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Fiore at the bat with runners at second and first here in the bottom of the third. Ooh, change up there, bit of a knuckle change, no good. Ball 3, 2, almost a full count, I was about to say. Ball hitting into right field. Nicely done there. They're coming around third base, the runner. And they're going to have a run scored here by Mads Cruz on the hit. She'll come all the way around and score. And Shay Johnson will go all the way to third. And a nice hit there by Sarah Fiore and her RBI. First run on the board for Juan Diego. Mentioned when the inning started there'd only been 1 base runner for Juan Diego. But now they've got some things going here. So the scoreboard reads 3-2. I'll have to check my scoring to see where I've messed up here. And they throw the ball back to third, trying to pick up a play at third base, but mishandled a little bit. Runner was back anyway. In the process, Fiore goes to second base with a stolen base, and it'll put runners at second and third. Olivia Jukes is at the plate. Last time up, she took a walk. She's the number 4 hitter. And that's a little high, I think. Ball and a strike, I believe, now. Yeah. Dribbles one in on that one. That one's definitely a ball. We'll wait to see what the umpire gives us a signal here. We're a little bit unsure on the first pitch, whether it was a ball or a strike. Hit right back up the middle off the pitcher's glove. It'll get into center field. The runner will give him a round. No play at the home. Pro goes back to second base where they'll tag her out, so a nice job there. But 2 runs have scored as Shay Johnson will come in, and also Sarah Fiore will come in to score. They do get the runner, Olivia Jukes. She gets a single, but then she's thrown out at second base, 1-4 to get the third out. Actually, that's 8-1-4 to get that out, but it's the third out of the inning. But the damage is done, and the game is scored 3-3 now as we go into the 4th inning. We'll be back in just a minute.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on Team Hive. That's teamhive.live, powered by Centricom.
Welcome back here as we start now the fourth inning, and it's a new ball game as Juan Diego able to score 3 there in that inning to tie it up 3-3. So Manti gets 3 runs in the first inning, hasn't done much since. And now Juan Diego comes alive there in the third inning and scores 3. Before that, hadn't done much else. So it's 3-3. And that pitch is a delayed called strike to Ashley Johnson, she is up to bat. She reached on a base on balls last time up and scored. There's a grounder to shortstop, up with it, across the diamond it goes, and an out is thrown. So that will go from Shea Johnson to Olivia Jukes there for the out. 6-3 across the diamond for the first out. Mara Thompson now comes to the plate, and she got a hit last time at bat.
Shortstop. Thompson batting on deck.
I have to correct myself again. Manti got 1 in the first and 2 in the second. It wasn't all in the first. That was down the line. First baseman fields it, but in foul territory. So that'll be a strike. On deck is Madison Scottern, the terror. Ooh, a nice change up, a swing and a miss on that one. And that time the batter had time to sit and wait and think about it before it got there. And then missed on it. So it's a 2-strike call. Dribbles it down the left field line. Nice big play, but she got there in time. Big arm from the third baseman, Palmer, but not in time. The left-hander has that extra step going down the line. So Mara Thompson with basically an infield hit. And that will bring up Madison Scottern, who has a single and a double and a couple of RBIs in the ballgame and a run scored. So she's been a terror offensively. This ball hit in the air again towards right field. Right fielder settling under it. She will make the catch this time. And I think that's the first time I've seen Madison Scottern get out. No, excuse me. She did strike out once back in the first game. So, yeah, she has been a terror offensively, but that time not so much. So it'll leave the runner at first base in the person of Mara Thompson. There's 2 out in the inning, and to bat is Elsie Osborne. She's been up twice. And see what that call ends up being. It's going to be a ball, thank you. So first time up, she sacrificed, bunted to the third baseman. This time she's going to get a hit, though, just over the infield. Drops into left field. Picked up there, will be brought back in quickly. So we have runners at first and second as Elsie Olsen gets the hit. This time it's legitimate. And Mara Thompson moves to second base again. Mara Thompson's been very productive. She's been up twice, got 2 singles, and gotten into scoring position in both times. We'll see if she can get in here. Olivia Osborne now at the plate. Okay, swing with a big swing with the left hand, and it's going to be fouled back against the screen. Strike. We can see that one. We know that's a strike. In the first inning, she got a single, stole second base, did not score or advance from there, and in the second inning, she grounded out to the second baseman. Swing and a miss here. And a strike 2 called to Olivia Osborne. Haley Daniels is on deck. So Wood brings it. Swing and a miss once again, and that's a strikeout. The ball was dropped. She could have run, but declined to do so. And that's a strikeout. If it's the third out of the inning, you can run on a third out. You can run and advance to first if it's the third out. Even though first is occupied, you still can advance that ball. At least that was the rules when I was a kid. That's been a long time ago. At the end of 3.5, it's 3-3. Now, will we go to the bottom of the fourth here in just a minute?
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Welcome back. We have Liv Cedillo at the plate, number 5, the center fielder. And Haley Woods must have thought she was bowling on that one because it kind of rolled into the pitcher. And I believe I can call that a ball, even though the umpire hasn't said yet. So ball 1 to the batter. Swing and a miss there by Cedillo. And that will be a strike 1. 1-1 the count. Again, it's a 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. As last inning, Juan Diego came to life and got all 3 of their runs last inning and made this a ball game again. Hit down the third baseline, fielded there, but it's going to be foul. So Olivia Osborne was on that one, but it's a foul ball. So Cedillo will come back again with a 1-2 count now on her. It's down the third baseline again, this time a little harder, but still foul. So it'll remain 1-2 the count. Another game is for elimination. The winner here, again, will move on to play again tonight. So you've got Manti, Juan Diego. That's base hit off the screen, over the left fielder's head, off the wall. Not sure, did she put a glove on that? I couldn't see. The left fielder got a glove on it, but not able to bring it in. And so a hit to the fence off the glove of the center fielder, Cedillo, though. End result is she's standing at second base with nobody out here. And it'll be Sienna Wood will come to the plate. She flew out to the second baseman last time up. Pitch over the head of the catcher, goes to the screen, rattles around there, and Riley Miller has to chase that one down. Finally does so. It runs about halfway back out to first base. It allows Cedillo to go to third base. So now a runner at third in scoring position. Nobody out in the inning. And in the heart of the order was Sienna Wood at the plate. 1-ball call on her. Pop up to second base, makes the play. Nicely done there by Elsie Olsen, who makes that little flare. She had to reach for it, but finally was able to get to it. So first out of the inning. Now Ari Hernandez comes up. She struck out last time up. Hit a nice foul ball. Give it a ride, but it was foul. So now she steps back in. Again, deliberate at the plate. Takes her time. Umpire says, come on, let's go. Looks like a strike there on that one. Yes, strike 1. Again, the winner of this ball game will play the winner of the Juab South Summit ball game going on next to us over here. So there's one more game to be played by these teams. The ball is in the dirt low, ball 1. So 1-1 is the count. That's what I say. If you get in this knockdown bracket, 1-loss bracket, it's a long day and a couple of long days to get back into it. Pitch is outside, ball. 2-1 the count. to Ari Hernandez. Ellie Palmer is on deck, followed by Mads Cruz if we get that far. There's one out, 2-1 the count. Runner at third base, tied score 3-3. Pops it up, back to the screen. So strike two. Umpire cleaned the plate off. He had to get a message across to Hernandez first before he did so. He was afraid she was going to swing the bat and hit him. Pitch on the outside corner called strike three, so struck her out. Second time in a row that Hernandez has struck out. Second out of the inning. Ellie Palmer now comes to bat. She reached on an error in the third inning, and so Manti trying to battle back here and not let that leadoff double hurt them by Cedillo, trying to get the outs here and keep her pinned at third base. That's going to be a call on the outside corner now. Strike one to Ellie Palmer. Ellie Palmer is the third baseman, number 28 for Juan Diego. Pop up, looks going to go in the shortstop. Scottern comes in and takes it, so they dodge the double. The lead-off double by Liv Cedillo. They live to fight it off as they leave her at third base, and they survive, and the score remains tied at 3-3 here at the end of 4 innings now. 3-3 is the score. We'll be back with the fifth in just a minute.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
This is how legends
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Welcome back here as we start now the fifth inning. That's Manti at bat. Ripped down the third baseline into left field. Nice job there by Haley Daniels trying to help her cause there as the pitching and hitting number 4. She gets a sharp single on the first pitch down the line here in the fifth inning. In the other game we mentioned going on right now, you have South Summit all over Juab at this point in time. They're up 6-0 over there. So we do have a runner in for the pitcher Daniels. It's a courtesy runner. Hannah Daniels is the runner. Haley Daniels is the pitcher. She got a runner coming in for her. We'll try and figure. Ball's going to be hit into center field. It'll be far enough. Yes, it's a line drive catch by the center fielder. So Robbie Johnson nearly gets something going there, but is nothing more than a fly out for the first out. So, and then the runner is Hannah Daniels is running for Haley Daniels, is at first base. So one away now, runner still at first base. Ripped down the line into left field. That will fall in, and we'll see if the runners try to advance going to third base. The throw goes to shortstop, not third, and so it allows the runner to get to third base. And so Hannah Daniels running for Haley Daniels is now at third, and Cecily Alder was the one that got the hit and ends up with a double. So runners at second and third, one away. Andalyn Anderson comes to the plate. She has struck out and flown out to the second baseman. So some work here to do for Andalyn Anderson. A great opportunity. That's a called strike on the first pitch. And a big opportunity here for Johnson. Mara Thompson is up after her. Ripped down the third baseline, just over the hands of the third baseman. They got one run across. Second one is coming towards home. Will make it easy. Stand up. So that's Hannah Daniels for Haley Daniels. And also Cecily Alder come around. So Manti quickly here in the fifth inning picks up two big runs. And Andalyn Anderson is at first base with that single and 2 RBIs. Bringing Ashley Johnson, now the right fielder, to the plate for her attempt here in the inning. Paul is popped up behind the catcher. Catcher gets to it and makes the catch. Well done, Sarah Fiore. Makes that catch. For the second out, brings up Mara Thompson now, the number 9 hitter. Center fielder wearing number 18, batting left-handed, with Madison Scottern on deck. So that's been quick. 2 quick runs here. Ball is inside high, ball 1, I believe. Again, Madison Scottern is on deck. She did get out the last time, which surprised all of us. She's been so good. This ball is going to be inside, ball 2. So she stands in a 2-0 count. Runner at first, 2 away. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 2-1 the count now. So again, Juan Diego had tied it up 3-3. Manti here rips it into right center field, and it's going to be a stand-up single. They're going to run the runner all the way from first, trying to bring her home. The pit throw is offline. She started back to third, then stopped and came in because the throw was offline to the catcher. He was halfway up the line, no one there to catch it. So Andalyn Anderson all the way around to score, and Mara Thompson gets a single, really, and then gets second on a throwing error. And second baseman, I believe, made the error on the throwing error. On the cutoff, tried to throw it all the way in, but missed the catcher. So here's Scottern. And Madison Scottern, yes, with a check swing. That is the most undecisive thing I think she's done at the plate. She's been so good. Hits it down the left field line, but that's going to go foul. So strike 2 at Madison Scottern here now. Strike 2. She's the shortstop. And again, I just can't make enough of it. The 2 games I've watched, she's been stellar at the plate. And it's been almost impossible. She did get out last time. A flyer into right field was caught. But here she's got a runner in scoring position and a chance to open up even a bigger lead here. Hits the ball towards second base. It takes a big bounce, but she's so quick. Oh, they called her out. Okay, well, I thought that big bounce she was going to get there, but they got her. So 4-3 is the play. Third out of the inning, but it's a big inning here for Gunnison. I'll get it right. For Manti. I'm sure they didn't like to be called Gunnison or North St. Pete. They are Manti. I apologize. I'm a little bit old. We better go to a commercial before I get any deeper in trouble.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Welcome back. First pitch is fouled off. We were a little bit late getting back. I think I offended Claire, and she had taken off. Maybe not going to come back, but she finally came back and turned the machine back on. But that's good because she didn't want me making any more mistakes than I had already made. So I appreciate her help trying to keep me clear here. So that's Claire keeping me clear on what's going on. So first pitch was a strike to the batter. Next pitch is in the dirt, rolls to the screen. Batting is Mads Cruz now. She is the second baseman. They're in number 23. So 1-1 is the count, I believe, to her. And if we go dead, you'll know it's because I've made a mistake and Claire shut me down again. So we'll see. Pitch is going to dribble towards shortstop, picked up by Scott, and throw across the diamond. Nicely done to Andlin Anderson. That's one away. So that was taken care of 6-3 for the first out here. And we go back to the top of the lineup to Shea Johnson. Shea Johnson has made it on a fielder's choice and scored in the third inning. And she flew out to the third baseman, in the first inning. So this is the bottom of the fifth now. And she steps to the plate. Runs through the technique of the slap technique. And there's the late call. Not a late call. He calls it early, but the indication that we get up here is really delayed. And I got to be careful because the director of umpiring is sitting next to me right now. So Claire, you might have to shut me down again here. Ball is outside, ball one.
I didn't realize you had a drop button.
Yeah, when I'm on the air. Yeah, she has a chop button out there as a drop. 1-1 the count to the batter here, and this is Shea Johnson. Again, the slap technique, runs forward but doesn't swing it. Ball's in the dirt, ball two here. 2-1 the count. Kate Griffiths will be on deck. She's the right fielder for the Soaring Eagle. And Sarah Fiore will be in the hole here. So 2-1 the count. Slap bunt, right to Scotter, slaps leather on it and catches that line drive shot to shortstop. Came on her so quick, it just about deceived her, but she was able to flag that thing down on the line drive. So second out goes to the shortstop, Scottern. And Kate Griffiths now at the plate. She has 2 strikeouts thus far in the ball game, one on the first, one on the third. Here we are in the fifth for her third appearance at the plate. Ball is strike. And again, I need to know, director of umpiring, I'm not disagreeing with the calls. It's just so delayed. I'm not sure some of the times. It's just a delayed call, but it's the way he does things, so that's fine. Ball is going to be hit on the line drive over second base into right field. Nice hit there by Griffiths. It's her first opportunity to get on base here as she gets the single and keeps the inning alive and brings to the plate Sarah Fiore. And she dribbled one to the pitcher and got thrown out at first in the first inning, and then she got a single and eventually scored after a stolen base and scored on a hit in the third inning. Third inning is when they've done all their damage, as they got all 3 runs in the third inning. This time hit the ball sharply down third baseline, and it's going to go foul. Strike on Sarah Fiore. And now we've got the original scorekeeper back, and we've got the director out of here of umpiring, so now we can relax a little bit. Good people here. This is a fun tournament. We appreciate all that they're doing and all the work that's put in by a lot of people. Called strike on the batter. Sarah Fiore now with 2 strikes on her. 2 away in the inning. And Fiore with 2 strikes. Hits the ball, chopper down to third base. Not sure what, thought about going to second, then realized she needed to go to first, and the indecision allows both runners to advance. So that puts Griffiths at second. And Fiore at first. I think we got to call the error there on the third baseman because the play was easily there at first. She thought of going to second. The second baseman wasn't really there, and by the time she turned back to first, it was too late. So 2 runners on, and at the plate we have Olivia Jukes. And Olivia Jukes has reached on a base on balls and a single, so she has been up twice and reached base twice. So here we go. Haley Daniels still brings it. Hit sharply down the line. It's going to be foul. Ooh. Oh, bad break for for Jukes, as that was a shot down the line. But just Yeah, they're giving me grief up here about my mistakes, and I can blame it all on the umpires because he's standing right here. Ball in the dirt, kind of gets loose, but Riley Miller tracks it down. She's played a great job behind the plate today, and at times I see her kind of limping a little bit. I don't know if she's nursing an injury or not, and but what a great job behind the plate this young lady has done, Riley Miller, flagging things down and directing traffic. Ball is going to be hit to shortstop across the diamond and in the dirt, and it's an error, and it'll allow 1 run to score and get the ball back in quickly there. But again, that's one of those plays where the third base was wide open. That may have been the play to go with, but you elect to go across the field, and that's fine. But the error was a low throw into the dirt. It allows Griffiths to come around and score. And Fiore goes to third, and Jukes on the error really ends up at second base, so it's an error that allows all of that to take place. And so Scottern's had a little bit of trouble throwing the ball here in these latter innings. As good as she's been with the bat, she struggled just a little bit with the throwing motion over to first base. And the inning survives now and lives Cedillo. Cedillo comes up with runners in scoring position at second and third. And that's a ball outside here in the fifth inning. 6-4 now the score as the inning continues here for Juan Diego. I say 2 runners in scoring position for Liv Cedillo. Hits the ball into left field. Left fielder there and takes the ball, so it's a fly out to the left fielder for the third out. But damage is done and 1 run is scored. It's 6-4 as we go to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Well, welcome back once again. Here we go with the top of the 6th inning now as we get toward the latter innings here. 6th and 7th to go. We're going to lead off with Elsie Olson here in the 6th as the leadoff batter, batting number 2, but in the in leadoff position here in this inning. She's been up 3 times and reached the last time up in the 4th inning with a single, so she's back in there again. Sharply down the left field line, past the third baseman. She rounds first, looking for more. Going to stop and come back, though. But there's Elsie Olson, who has come to life here in the latter innings. The last 2 innings, sharp singles she's been able to get. And then puts her at first base and gets the inning going on the right way if you're a Manti Templar. As she gets a single there and brings Olivia Osborne to the plate, left-hand batter. Looking to make something happen here. Shortens to bunt. Ball is outside, so she pulls back. Olivia Osborne has been on base twice. Excuse me, that's once. Turns to bunt, puts it down. It's popped up, goes foul. So lucky that wasn't caught there. If the catcher had come out of her stance a little quicker, Sarah Fiore's done a good job back there, but unable to get to that one. So 1-1 the count now, as Olivia Osborne trying to move Olsen over. See if she squares to bunt again. She shortens, puts it down, makes contact, but it again goes foul. And when she shortens, both of those pitches have been just off the end of the bat. She's shortened so much that it's just been off the end of the bat. And so it's 2 strikes on her now. We'll see if she tries that again. Generally with 2 strikes, they don't. They swing away. We'll see what the coach has her do here. She's going to hit the ball just over shortstop into left field. Well done there. The slap technique over the top of that shortstop. So that puts runners at first and second now with 2 base hits. And Haley Daniels, the cleanup batter, comes to the plate. She's been up 3 times. She got a single in the last at-bat. Are we got a runner or have we got a hitter? We're going to have a runner. Number 8 goes in for Olivia Osborne, the third baseman, courtesy runner. I guess in this case you have to substitute and then re-enter. And number 8, we don't have much information on number 8, so we can't bring that to you here on these stations. Kay Layton. Okay. Yeah. Ball is hit by the Daniels into center field. 1 run is going to come across, and the runner, Layton, running for Osborne, comes around to third. So a big hit there by the pitcher, Haley Daniels, to score 1 run and put another one in scoring position at third. Now you'll have the courtesy runner in for the pitcher. This time, number 15 will go in for her. And that's Hannah Daniels. So that one's normal. You can have the runner for the pitcher or the catcher. That's normal. The other one in question went in for Olivia Osborne, and whether she's okay or not, probably will re-enter defensively, I would think. So around to bunt, pulls back, lets the runner go through. The old mandatory throw to the shortstop. Not fooling too many here. So runners at second and third now. And Robbie Johnson is the batter at the plate. So she's made good contact. Hits the ball deep into left field. It's going to be over the left fielder's head, up against the fence. Bounces once, 1 run across. Second run coming. Stand-up double for Robbie Johnson. Well done there. Johnson with 2 RBIs and a double in the process. So everybody good right now. A big inning going here for Manti, and it's the wrong time if you're a Juan Diego fan, as Juan Diego was inching closer and hanging in there. Here we are in the 6th, and they've put 3 runs across already to go out 9-4 now, a 5-run lead, and nobody out yet. Cecily Alder comes to the plate. She's got a base on balls, and she's got a double last time up, and she's done well here. We'll see what she can do at this at-bat. Pitch is going to be high, ball 1. Now it really makes it tough now on batters and pitchers and catchers, because on this field, the shade of the trees has started to creep out, and it's splotchy between pitcher and catcher, so you have to pick that up coming through all that nonsense. She gets a hold of it in left center field, though. That's not going to have much of a trouble. It's a ground rule double as it bounces over the fence, but that will allow Robbie Johnson to come in to score as Cecily Alder gets the double. And still nobody out with 4 runs in the inning. So Andalyn Anderson now comes to bat. She's the first baseman, and it looks like we may have a pitching change here. The coach comes out, and we'll see what they decide. Maybe we take a quick break here for one little spot. We'll be right back.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Welcome back once again. A good timeout. They had the whole team in there talking together, but it looks like they've left the battery together. So Sienna Wood and Sarah Fiore still there at pitcher-catcher. No changes were made, just talking to them a little bit about getting some things turned around here. That pitch is in, calls strike, I believe. You're going to see it. There it comes up. I think I heard him go strike. So Andalyn Anderson at the plate and Ashley Johnson on deck. Pitch is low, gets away from the catcher, and the runner advances to third. So Cecily Alder at third base. Again, there's nobody out in the inning here. They picked up the 4 runs with nobody out. Another called strike, I believe I heard. Yes, there's the hand, second strike. So 0-2 the count, 1-2 the count, just like I said. 1-2 the count on the batter, Andalyn Anderson. Rips it down between short and third in the gap. Scores a run. Another single. As all of a sudden Manti cannot be gotten out. She gets the RBI and drives Cecily Alder into score. And that'll bring Ashley Johnson to the plate. Ashley Johnson got a walk in the second inning and scored, and then has not been on base since. Although she rips that down the right field line, but it looks like it's going to go foul. And she'll come back with a 1-strike count on her here. There is a 10-run rule after 5, so should they get to 10 runs and then hold Juan Diego from scoring, there would be no 7th inning, but that's still quite a ways to go here. Pitch is outside and high, ball 1, 1-1 the count. Woods wise. And another hit between second and short. Although this time shortstop able to angle over and get the quick throw to second base for the out. So that's the first out of the inning. But Ashley Johnson does get the first on the fielder's choice. And it'll bring up Mara Thompson now. And Mara Thompson has batted 3 times and been on all 3 times. Single, single, single. And she got another single. So out of your number 9 hitter, this is tremendous production. Out of your number 9 hitter, 4 singles, 4 at-bats, 4 singles. Boy, that's tremendous. So Ashley Johnson moves on over to second base, and here comes Madison Scotter now, who has been tremendous, but the last 2 times has not been able to get on. Yeah, we'll see what she can do here with a runner in scoring position and one at first with 1 down. Ball in the outside corner called strike. This is the 9th batter in the inning here for Manti in this inning. Another strike on the inside corner, so 0-2 the count to Madison Scottern. See what she can come up with here to try and help her team out here. Around the line, about got her coach, but it's going to be a foul ball. And she'll stand in there for another chance, an opportunity here. 0-2 the count. All 3 pitches to her this at-bat have been strikes. Stands in again. 1 down. Hits it sharply into left field in the gap. A runner's going to come around to score, and Scottern continues her mastery with that bat. 0-2 count. She gets a single and drives in an RBI. As she drives in Ashley Johnson and moves Mara Thompson to third now. Excuse me, she stays at second base. I apologize for that. And it brings in Elsie Olsen now. She hits another one into left field, and that'll bring the runner around to score. As a single after single after single. And here we go as Elsie Olsen gets her second hit of the inning. So that moves Scottern to second and brings Mara Thompson around to score. So they're racking it up here. It's now 13-4. So that 10-run rule could come into play here. They get one more, but Juan Diego does bat. They are the home team. They will bat. And so we're seeing here if there may be a change now. The pitcher's giving the ball over to the third baseman. Olivia, excuse me, that's not Olivia. That's the wrong team. So the third baseman.
21's going where? Right field.
So the pitcher's going to go to right field. The right fielder's going to left field. The left field's coming to third base, and the third base is going to pitch. Did you get all that? I'm glad you have to keep track of all that. I'm talking to the scorekeeper here. But the end result is we've got Ellie Palmer, the third baseman, is into pitch now. There's been several other changes defensively, but no one new in the ball game. Just a little bit of difference at what position, who's playing where here in this inning. Now Palmer comes into a tough situation here. It's 13-4 in the top of the sixth. One more run brings the 10-run rule into play, and there's only one out. And the batter that she's coming in to face is Olivia Osborne. And she has 2 singles in 4 attempts. So the run, I guess, of importance, if you're thinking 10-run rule, is standing at second base in the person of Madison Scottern. So first pitch is high, out of control, back against the screen, and allows both runners to move up. That's a scenario you didn't want. So now you got runners at second and third. A ball count on Olivia Osborne, and only one out. The ball is on the outside, and it's going to remain a ball. So 2-0 the count. Reaches out and slaps at that one, does Osborne. It's going to go foul over the screen. 2-1 the count. Going to be outside. Nope, style strike. Got the outside corner. So it's 2-2 the count here to Osborne. Hits the ball. It's going to hit in front of the second baseman. She bobbles it. A run's going to come in to score. Now there's another run coming in. They're going to send them both. The throw comes to home. Not in time. 2 runs scored. The runner moves up to second. Now going to third is Olivia Osborne. So on a bloop ball that took a hard bounce at second base, 2 runs scored, and Olivia Osborne ends up at third base. When things are going good, folks, things really go good. And again, that was one of those plays that's just kind of an in-between hopper. Second baseman did not know for sure what to do, and it took a weird bounce, went right over the top of her. And then all sorts of things happen. So now the ball is hit in the ground, goes over the top. Daniels gets a base hit, and another run has scored. And Osborne comes in to score. Daniels gets another single, and we're punched out now to a 16-4 lead now. And we got a courtesy runner coming back in again. And we still only got one out. 16-4. They pushed across 10 runs in the inning thus far. With 1 run, 1 out in the inning. Pitch is going to be called a ball, I believe. So ball 1. Eleven batters. The ball is loose on the ground, and the runner, Haley Daniels, just moves on over to second base. And Robbie Johnson, who's had a good day at the plate also, is still standing in there. Pitch is a ball. So 3-0 the count. That's exactly right. 3-0 the count to Johnson. In the dirt, ball 4, so we take a walk there. So runners now at first and second. The 13th batter coming to the plate, I believe, in the inning.
Alder now batting, Anderson on deck.
Cecily Alder already has a double in the inning, 2 doubles in a row, 3 times on base. Swung for a big one there. It's popped out of play back over the screen. So again, only 1 out in the inning and 10 runs across. That ball is going to be a little bit outside ball. Cecily Alder at the plate. Like we mentioned, she's been on 3 of the 4 times she's been up, a walk and 2 doubles. So that looks to be a little outside also. So 2-0 the count here. Ooh, floats one in there. 3 balls. Floated that one in kind of big. Looked pretty good. But 3 balls, 3-0 the count. Way outside, ball 4. So that'll load them up again, folks. As Alter will take the walk, moves Johnson to second and Daniels to third, and brings Andelyn Anderson to the plate. And her last 2 appearances at the plate, she's got doubles, including 1 already in this inning. So ball 1 is the call on the batter. Floats another one in there. Looked awfully good, but it's going to be a ball. She pops it up towards the shortstop. Shortstop fights the sun, does make the catch. It's an infield fly anyway. So that's an infield fly rule I'm sure was called there. At least I would hope it was called there.
That's the first out, right?
Second out of the inning.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's the first out.
In fact, she's made both outs, though. Andelyn Anderson, 6-4, ground out to shortstop, and now a fly out to shortstop. So 2 down in the inning. That's the good news. A ball is hit to the third baseman. Third baseman, a little bit unsure, but finally comes across to first. So he goes 5-4 for the third out. So the damage is done. However, 10 runs in the inning to move Manti out to a 16-4 lead now. So the 10-run rule comes into play, but they have to bat. So North Sanpete, here we go again. Juan Diego still has to bat.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Welcome back. We do have a pitching change here to start the bottom of the 6th inning here. The right fielder, Ashley Johnson, we believe, has come in to play to pitch. And we're not sure what the substitution was. We don't see on the field Haley Daniels, but that may be just resting her for the next game. So we'll see what happens here. And the first pitch to Sienna Wood is a ball outside. And now Juan Diego would need to score at least 3 runs here to get back inside the 10-run rule to keep this game going beyond this inning. So that's a pop fly out of bounds. It's a 1-1 call now. So they're giving a younger pitcher a chance to throw a ball a little bit here is Manti, and that's important in the future. And we'll see what happens with these batters. Ball is hit sharply to second base, picked up nicely across to first. Well done there. Elsie Olsen to Andelin Anderson. And that's a 4-3 put out for the first out here in the 6th inning. Ari Hernandez, the left fielder, well, I believe now she's playing third base, is now batting. She has 2 strikeouts and, again, very deliberate at the plate. Has a routine she goes through. Last time the umpire kind of ushered her into the batter's box because she was taking a little too long. So she stands in again with 2 strikeouts thus far in the ball game in her 2 appearances. And that is going to be a ball outside. And 1-0 the count. Again, Ashley Johnson is the pitcher here. Woo! She got around on that one. Hard line shot. Down the way foul, you might say. Way foul. So 1-1 the count to this batter, Ari Hernandez. Ellie Palmer is on deck. 1 away in the inning. Manti needs 2 more to win the ball game. Ball is popped up, and we've got a chance for that. Doesn't quite get to us. Some little feller has passed out on the sidewalk down there. Bears reached down to protect him, but he's not moving. He didn't have a blanket down there. He's just out. It's kind of cute. He's had enough softball for one day. Pop up into left field. It's deep. Back goes the left fielder. Back. Does not get it. It's a ground rule. Well, they're going to call it a home run here. Okay, so there's 1 run. I thought maybe it had bounced over, but the umpire all over that says that's a home run, folks. Left fielder had a chance for it. That's Cecily Alder out there, but she got a little turned around, and the sun got in her eyes, and I'm not sure how close she was to it. It looked like she was right on it, except for the fence and a little bit of confusion. So 1 run in. That's one of the 3 that they needed. So brings to the plate Ellie Palmer now. Ellie Palmer has been on once in the 2 times that she's been at bat here. And we'll see what she can do this time. 1 out and 1 across in the inning. 16-5 now. And when we say 3 runs, if they get to 3, then we'll go to the 7th inning. It's not like the game is over. We'll go into a 7th inning then. And so Juan Diego will have more chances here to make some hay. So first pitch is a ball to Ellie Palmer. Ripped down the left field line. It'll be a hit. It'll be down. Over to pick it up is Cecily Alder. She'll get it back into and the runner goes all the way, kind of slow getting it in. As she goes all the way, the throw is not in time, and Ellie Palmer gets, I guess, a double there, and Mads Cruz comes to the plate. 1 down, 1 across, a double by Palmer. Mads Cruz at the plate. She is reached on an error in the first, so she's been on 1 out of 2. And then Shay Johnson is on deck. Again, Manti just looking for outs anywhere they can get them. That would be a ball to the batter. Ball 1. So, again, the shadows out there betwixt and between different positions puts a little bit different light on things, literally. Ball 2. So 2-0 to the batter, Cruz here, the number 9 hitter. Then we go back to the top of the lineup here. Swing and a miss there by Cruz. Strike one. 2-1 the count to Cruz. Again, she did get on base on an error in the 3rd inning and scored. And the only other at bat she had was in the 5th, and she grounded out to the shortstop. Pitch coming. Looked pretty good from here. We'll see what they call. There's the nope. That was an adjustment of the face mask. I'm sorry. I thought he was calling a strike there. So it's 3-1 the count here. Again, Ashley Johnson now pitching in relief of Haley Daniels. Ball is hit in the air to right field. Right fielder settled under it. We're not sure at this point who the right fielder is anymore because the ex-right fielder is now playing pitcher. So I didn't get a number on that. I'm not sure who it was. Made a nice play on it, however. The runner does advance, but the second out.
The runner to third, fly out to right field for the
so
second
2 down, and still Juan Diego needs 2 runs to send this to a 7th inning, at least 2 runs. And they've got Shea Johnson here back to bat. And Shea Johnson, 3 times she's reached once on a fielder's choice, been out the other 2 times. She hits the ball over the shortstop. No, shortstop there. Scottern gets it. That's the out. And that should be the ball game because of the 10-run rule, 16-5. So a fly out to the shortstop, Scottern, would be the third out. And I believe that's a ball game. And the officials are leaving, so that must mean the game is over. So, again, Manti has prevailed, and they will move forward now to play at 7 o'clock tonight. Otherwise, they'll turn right around and play again. They'll play the winner of South Summit and Juab as soon as that game is terminated. So congratulations to the Manti Templars as they advance. And Juan Diego's had a nice year, but this is the end of their season. However, remember, they are extremely young. I only see a couple of seniors on the team. They're playing a lot of freshmen right now, so their future is bright with this good young team. So again, we'll wait for the results and see who we play. But for right now, we'll sign off. We again thank you to TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. We'll be back with some kind of a game in a little while. We'll see where it goes. Thank you.